Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel CodeMed Mastery. In today's video, let us solve some CPC exam practice questions from the section Anatomy. Watch this video till the end. Let's start. Before that, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to my channel. This is the first question. Muscle is attached to bone by what method? Option A, tendons, ligaments and directly to bone. Option B, tendons and aponeurosis. Option C, tendons, aponeurosis and directly to the bone. Option D, tendons, ligaments, aponeurosis and directly to bone. So what is the right answer? The right answer is option C. Muscle is attached to bone by tendons, aponeurosis and directly to bone. Tendons are the primary connective tissue which attach muscle to bone. So what is aponeurosis? Aponeurosis are flat sheet-like tendons that also serve as muscle attachments. Next question. What is affected by myasthenia gravis? Option A, neuromuscular junction. Option B, muscle belly. Option C, muscle-bone connection. Option D, bone. The right answer is option A, neuromuscular junction. Myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder that disrupts communication between nerves and muscles at the neuromuscular junction. Option B, C and D, that is muscle belly, bone and muscle-bone connections, are not the primary sites affected by myasthenia gravis. So myasthenia gravis is an autoimmune disorder. Next question. Which respiratory structure is comprised of cartilage and ligaments? Option A, alveoli. Option B, lung. Option C, trachea. Option D, bronchiole. The right answer for this question is trachea. Option C. The trachea or windpipe is reinforced by C-shaped rings of cartilage and held together by ligaments and connective tissue. Therefore, the right answer is option C, trachea. Option A, alveoli are tiny air sacs where gas exchange occurs. So, there is no cartilage and ligaments in alveoli. And lungs are soft spongy organs. It is not made of cartilage or ligaments. And option D, bronchiole. Bronchioles are small branches of airway which lack cartilage in their walls. Next question. Upon leaving the last portion of the small intestine, nutrients move through the large intestine in what order? The right answer is option B. The correct flow of nutrients through the large intestine after it leaves the ileum, that is last part of the small intestine, will be first cecum, second ascending colon, third transverse colon, then it will move through descending colon, then sigmoid colon, then rectum and then anus. Therefore, the right answer will be option B. For this question, you can refer the diagram from ICT 10cm Anatomical Illustrations Digestive System. You can see the last portion of the small intestine is ileum. So, after that, it moves through cecum, ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon, rectum and finally anus. So, the right answer will be option B. Next question. Destruction of lesions of the vulva can be done with cryosurgery. This method uses option A, chemicals, option B, laser, option C, extreme cold and option D, heat conduction. So here they are asking what the method cryosurgery uses. Chemicals, laser, extreme cold or heat conduction. The right answer is option C, extreme cold. Cryosurgery involves application of extremely cold temperatures, typically by using liquid nitrogen. So this is used to destroy abnormal or diseased tissue, such as lesions on the vulva. So when they use freezing technique to destroy abnormal tissues, it causes cellular damage and leads to tissue death. Option A, chemicals are used in other treatments like topical therapies. And option B, laser uses focused light energy, not cold. And option D, heat conduction is the opposite of cryosurgery. It is used in methods like cauterization. but in cryosurgery they use extreme cold. Next question. Xylography is an X-ray of option A sinuses, option B salivary glands, option C liver, and option D ventricles of the vein. The right answer is salivary glands, that is option B. Xylography is a radiographic technique used to visualize salivary glands and their ducts. Next question. What term describes a woman in her first pregnancy? Option A prima gravida, option B nulli gravida, option C primipara, and option D parturition. So what is the right answer? The right answer is option A prima gravida. It refers to a woman who is pregnant for the first time. Option B nulli gravida refers to a woman who has never been pregnant, and option C primipara is a woman who has given birth once regardless of whether the baby was alive or viable, and option D parturition is the act of giving birth. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. If you're preparing for the CPC exam, then please go through my channel playlists. I have created many playlists related to each topic for the CPC exam, and there is a separate playlist for anatomy questions and answers. Please go through it. Good luck to all those who are preparing for the CPC exam.